Hello and welcome back to my craft room. I hope you're all having a lovely 2023 so far. I didn't start so well. I had a lot of technical issues and things, but I'm back up and running now. Nearly all the technical problems ironed out, but not quite. Come to that in a minute. So I'm ready to have another little bash with my trash tome and do a bit more work on the Frankendollies to go inside. Let me show you where I've got to and what I'm going to do next. So here's where I left it last time. This is the one using a photo of my face, and this was the one using a distorted photo of Dolores' face. Dolores J. Rush here on YouTube. She and I came up with this idea to swap junk mail with each other and turn it into kind of art dolls like you see here, kind of collaged together art dolls. And I'm making kind of a junk journal as well to put mine in, which I'm calling my trash tome. Dolores is doing hers in a very different way. I will link to her playlist in the description box so that you can have a look. Since I finished this before Christmas now, I've put away all of the bits and bobs that I had in this kind of folder bag. I don't know where I got this. I don't know where it came from now, but it's quite good because it's got these separate sections inside, so I can keep all I've got my food packaging that I'm keeping, that I can make dolly bodies out of, and some other just like cardboard packaging I can use for the mechanics, because I'm going to do some kind of pop-up and interactive elements. I've got a whole lot of napkins in the back that Dolores sent me, which are good for backgrounds, and then some magazines that I can cut faces and things with there, and just some other general bits and bobs. Dolores actually sent me another parcel which I unpacked yesterday. I videoed it. She did this cute little zine to go with it, which I like, and some more napkins, so I'll put them in that case. You know, another little envelope all full of goodies, and another, put that in that folder as well, another magazine. And there's some things like one of these has got this electric guitar kind of puffy sticker, so definitely one of my Frankendollies is going to have to be a rock star now. Also, if I dug up ready, I've been doing some diagrams for some of the interactive elements I'm going to create, and just collecting up other odd things as I come across them. So when we were setting up my new computer, this came with a CD in it that we didn't actually need, but I thought, oh, that'd be quite a fun little peekaboo element in my trash tome. There's a little face that came in one of the things that Dolores sent, which is a bit of a strange little face, but I thought I'd keep it for one of my dollies. And then I've got another, I love some of the images in here to use for the different parts. Some you kind of need, that face is just about big enough to use. You kind of need bigger faces to cut the separate eyes and mouths from, so I'll go back to my hair magazines for that, but they're worth keeping. And I've got, I came across quite a lot of these that I printed off, where I bought these as a kind of printable thing on Etsy. It's great because you can print them out as many times as you want, and I think they came in 3 different sizes, so I should definitely be using some of these. I love these spooky old doll faces. And Dolores also sent me, I'm going to show you, she sent me another batch of photos of her own face that she put through the phone app that she uses that I can print out. And that brings me to the technical problem that hasn't been resolved. I now can't connect my printer to the Wi-Fi, so we can't speak to printer, we can't use it at all at the moment. So hopefully that'll get resolved when my son Tom comes over tomorrow. I don't know what I'd do without him, honestly. What I'm going to do today is put some background on both of these and some wording, and then I want to add some little interactive dolls. Now, whether or not that might end up a bit long, I might end up making this into 2 videos. I seem to have made a lot of long ones just recently. So with this one, this is the one using my face. What I'm going to do is use that, I'm sure most people watching this will have heard of the poem it's called Warning. I didn't actually know, I knew the poem, but I didn't know it was called Warning. It was written by Jenny Joseph back in 1961, which funnily enough is the year I was born, and it's the one that starts, "When I'm old I shall wear purple," and I'm going to use some of the words from that as a quote for this spread, because I kind of think I've made myself look like a eccentric little old lady there. And I think, you know, the words of that poem really kind of resonate with me. This isn't very long. I'm going to play this for you now. So here we go. This is Jenny Joseph herself reading the poem.
Warning. When I am an old woman, I should wear purple, with a red hat which doesn't go and doesn't suit me. And I should spend my pension on brandy and summer gloves and satin sandals, and say we've no money for butter. I should sit down on the pavement when I'm tired and gobble up samples in shops, and press alarm bells and run my stick along the public railings and make up for the sobriety of my youth. I should go out in my slippers in the rain and pick the flowers in other people's gardens and learn to split. You can wear terrible shirts and grow more fat and eat 3 pounds of sausages as to go, or only bread and pickle for a week, and hoard pens and pencils and beer mats and things in boxes. But now we must have clothes that keep us dry and pay our rent and not swear in the street and set a good example for the children. We must have friends to dinner and read the papers. But maybe I ought to practice a little now, so people who know me are not too shocked and surprised when suddenly I am old and start to wear purple.
So yeah, I love that poem, and it now I'm in my 60s myself, it very much resonates with me. And I think, you know, we all spend a huge part of our lives doing what we feel we ought to do, what we need to be doing for other people, please our parents and whatever around us when we're kids. And then as we grow up, we've got kids of our own, and then we're looking after our own parents. And I'm now at the stage where I start to think, I'm just gonna be who I want to be and do what I want to do and not worry about what people think anymore, you know. And yeah. My mum very much became that old lady that wore purple. And I think there's a society called, like a group of women called the Red Hat Society, that were inspired by the words of that poem, I think. And yeah, look that up. I won't go on about that now. Anyway, so I'm going to use just a few words from that poem as my wordage in this spread. And I'm going to add some kind of, I think probably flowers and things to the background here. And then I want another character, another version of myself over here who's behaving outrageously. And that's where the first kind of interactive element is going to come in. So I'll probably take my face out of the way now and go into speed through mode, because this is going to be quite a long process. And I'm trying to keep my videos a little bit shorter, because they're tending to get a bit long again lately. It's the uncontrollable waffle, I guess. Amongst that new parcel that Dolores sent me, she sent me some more napkins and things, and they are great to use as background. So and that's quite a nice, easy, quick background. I will just peel the plies, the layers apart. These are like 2 ply, I think, these, so that I've just got the one layer off the top, and then I'll just use a bit of this matte gel and a little brush just to apply them. So I'm going to do that and then let it dry, and then put some of the words on, and then start working on my interactive character over here. Maybe all of that will fit in one video if I speed it up. Okay, get my face out of the way and I'll come back and see you when I'm done. Okay, so I've had a look through and decided which pieces I'm going to use to start with. I've got this lovely fun spotty napkin, so I'm just peeling the two. It's only 2 layers. I'm just going to peel the layers apart. Well, I love doing that. And then this piece I'll probably just keep it here on my desk to use for when I'm painting and things, just as a sort of clean up rather than waste it. So it's really thin now, you can actually kind of see through that. And then when I want to rather than just tear it, which can be a bit random, it will tear nicely in one direction but not so much in the other usually. Yeah. But you can use, oh, I need to dip that in my coffee then. If you just use a paintbrush with some water and paint on there where you want to tear, it'll automatically tear where you've done the line, so you can sort of control it a little bit more. And what I'm going to do with this piece is just tear it into strips and use the clear matte gel to paste it on, and just add a bit more interest to this page. I don't think I want a straight edge down there, so I'm going to get rid of that as well. And then I might end up enhancing that a bit by going back in with pens and things again afterwards. And then I've also got these napkins which have got flowers on, so I'm probably going to put some flowers around the edges. And then I've got this Minnie Mouse bow which is probably going to end up in my hair, I think, because I think that'd be fun. I don't know, I might change my mind about that, it's quite big. Maybe I'll save that for the outrageous character over here. Because this one looks like she's kind of thinking, you know, ooh, one day when I'm, you're not so far away now. And then this one, I like the handbag in here, so I might just give her a handbag as well. So I'm going to start working through that, and I'll come back and I'll speed through this and come back and see you when I'm ready for the next bit. Right, I'm kind of finished getting the background ready on this spread. I'm just going to trim off, it's a little bit damp. I'm just going to trim off where the napkins are overlapping the page. Not being too tidy. I'm going to be going around with some black around the edges, or possibly black and white. Anyway, so I shall tidy it up later. Right, and I could cut letters out of magazines and junk mail and things, but I've got a big, from years ago I used to do a lot of scrapbooking, and I've still got a lot of sticky alphas like these to use up, and I really like the ones like this because they're sort of fat and squishy, and they've got this pink layer which looks quite nice. So I'm quite keen to use those. I like using a mixture of different alphas rather than just one. I want the title of this one to just be Rock the Beats, because it's beats. And I quite like the idea of, this is the a guitar sticker, puffy sticker that came in the package that I got from Dolores yesterday, because it kind of goes with I said one of them would have to turn out to be, one of the Frankendollies is going to have to be a rock chick to use his guitar, so I think it makes sense for it to be this one. Now it would be nice if I could have her actually holding it, but I've already done the arms and things, and she's already got this sort of slightly doubtful expression. So I think I'm just going to have it by her like that, and I could get another just small alpha set. I've got some little dinky ones like these, and have Go On, like as if she's not quite sure. So Go On, Rock the Beats. So I need to use, I've got this one as well. These are kind of gold, white and black, and then I've got these ones which are sort of semi-transparent, so the background kind of shows through, which is quite nice. So I think maybe it's going to be it needs to show up against this, so I think the white in this one, I'll just check I've got the letters. Yep, I've got nearly all the letters there. So Beats, but spelt with a double E, of course. So I'm going to stick those down now. I still want to do my extra characters over here, but I think it's going to be a separate video now, because I just want these to be a little bit more short and sweet. So I'm going to go through and stick these on. I still want to go back around the outlines again with black and white paint pens and tidy things up a bit. But I'm going to speed through now, and then I'll come back when I'm ready to go in and finish the next page. Okay, so I'm going to leave this spread there for the time being. I've done quite a lot of doodling and layering up. I lost quite a lot of the napkin pattern that I put there, but it's still there. You can still see bits of it, and it's all part of the journey. I'm going to do the interactive elements next time, I think, because this is all taking me a lot longer than I thought it would. But I quite like the idea of having a couple of things that when you pull a tab, a little face comes up, which is always quite fun to do. So I think that might be for next time. So yeah, we've got go on, rock the beats. And I had a bit of a job getting this guitar to stick down. It really didn't want to stick, so I've ended up putting a bit of strong glue in there. So what I'm going to do now is just add the words to here. I sort of scratched them out in pencil a little bit earlier on, so I'm going to use a black paint pen, which I've now lost. Where was it? Got a pintle one because it's nice and juicy. So I'm going to do some kind of wonky writing here, and that's probably all I'll do for this one. I did think about adding something across here. Oh, and I've had this little heart I was going to put on because the colour fits so well. Here it is. That's where this heart came off. Quite like the idea of adding that to kind of pull the two halves of the page together. Let's push this up here a bit. I can't quite decide where. I think I'll put it in there. I think it will probably come off easily enough if I want it to. So let's put that on. Got so many of these kind of letters and things to use up, as I say, from doing scrapbooking years ago. I'm on a use it or lose it kick this year, so if I don't use these things up soon, they'll be going in the bin. They're all kind of part alphabets and things, so it's not, I can't really give them away even. There, I quite like because that picks up that bit of sort of confetti in the hair as well. There. Okay, right, so I'm going to do some of the lettering now, and then that's it for today, I think. that's where I'm going to leave that one for now. I feel like there's a bit of space here, so it might end up with some I don't know, butterflies or something on there. But that's it for today. And there's how the other one turned out. Not a bad start for the first couple of spreads in my trash tome. So I hope you enjoyed watching that. I'll be back in a couple of days to start some more Frankendollies. So the next ones will be the ones with the more interactive elements, which I'm quite looking forward to doing. It was a bit of fun to have things you can interact with, so pop-ups and pull-outs and things. And also I will probably try some collage together faces rather than the printed out faces this time, just for a change. If you're doing any projects yourself inspired by this, please do share them in the Facebook group, or anything creative you're doing. It's always nice to see them in there. It's lovely to see what everybody's getting up to, and we can all encourage and inspire each other. That's what it's all about. I will leave a link to the Facebook group below, and to Dolores' Dolly playlist, and I've got a trash tome playlist myself, which I will link to as well in case you want to catch up. Okay, well, thank you very much for joining me today. It's very late now. I'm going to go downstairs and do a bit of stitching, and I will see you again really soon.